but it's
17 out of 10.
17 out of 10, 28.
No.
Okay, nobody's sure about this. Okay, fair enough. We'll let Nissa
My thought was, what?
Navigation.
Oh,
make a navigation check.
If it will, listen, check right now.
No, it's
Do
too
it.
late. It's
No.
gone. We're not
No.
registering that in.
No. My thought is, if he reports it as a robbery, I'm a constable, so I can
Yeah.
go there. That's why I'm like.
Did you make your navigation?
20 out of 10.
Okay. Yeah, nobody did. It's not terribly surprising. You guys are back at the tavern. You have 7 bound books that are on the table.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I will start reading.
I grab a book.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
I guess
start
we're all probably having adrenaline, not tired, huh?
Yeah, 8-sided die. And if it's an 8, reroll.
8-sided die?
Yeah, and if anybody rolls the same as the other, you have to reroll.
I grab number 6.
You got number 6.
Number 1.
You got the oldest one. That one actually is interesting.
4.
You have number 4. The oldest one appears to start the date. This has to be wrong. There's just no way. Where is the no. Aha. 1587 is the date, the first date on this.
What?
Can she read it? She's young.
Yes, I'm gonna assume if your own language is at least 50%, you can definitely read and write, unless you don't want to be able to read. Is your own language at least 50%, Nissa? So people receive pretty decent educations, at least as far as being able to read. It'll take her probably a while. What's your intelligence?
10.
It'll take you a while to read. You have to sound out certain words that big, but yeah, she can read. You definitely can read. You definitely can read.
I got the.
You got number 2. Yours is 17th century, early 17th century. Number 7. Number 6 is actually early 18th century. Which one did you get? Number 4 is mid 17th century. There's still several books on the table. Okay, you're just gonna sit down and have an ale or something to calm down. There you go.
All right.
This is your entries. They begin in Ireland apparently, and it's not Arthur Machel. It's someone named Arthur Mackel, Arturmachel. And it's about he's inherited several esoteric books and scrolls from his grandfather, and it goes into more details on that. What number did you have, Natasha?
6.
Number 6 is later on. It's an Arthur Machel the First, apparently, is what he says his name is, and he's talking about building a new house and some of the experiments that he's planning on conducting on surgical experiments. What did you got? 4? 4 is like a travel log. Apparently, somebody named Arthur Mackel is traveling through throughout Europe. And Kaitlyn, what did you have? Number
2.
Number 2? Okay. Again, you're early 17th century. The first thing you say is, I will find that bastard Stubb, and he will pay for thwarting me.
I know you did.
And then it goes into some detail on this play that he was having performed in order to connect Campbell Cove to the world. And Stubb has burnt all of the proofs. He's burnt all of the plays, and he will find him and have his revenge if he can. Blah blah blah. And you go on from there.
Crazy Irishman seems to be a theme.
Maybe.
You don't like Irish?
Are you guys gonna stay up all night reading these journals and books and everything and trying to?
I've had lots of practice doing that.
Okay. Here's kind of disturbing. When he finishes reading through his book and you kind of look at it, the handwriting seems to be the same. From 1587 up until, you had number 6, mid 18th century. This handwriting is the same handwriting. This is the same person that wrote in 1587 that is writing in the early 1700s.
I do check. No.
No, you don't have to make that. So you're getting that. Actually, anybody who compares the books realizes whoever's writing this actually is
Same person.
the same person
Oh. Arthur Mackel.
for at least the last couple hundred years.
That's very odd. They're all matching. This might be written by the same person.
Yeah, see if there's any more of those
That's
chips.
like
Did all the
design
chips end up in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay. That's
Is
okay.
that done?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you realize that, you're going to realize that, you can realize that, yeah, you can realize it too. Everybody give me a sanity check for that.
What do we do again?
Sanity check.
Apparently Arthur Mitchell has been alive for the last 200 years.
No, what do we do with the sanity?
You want sanity or less? No?
I made it.
1 point?
No. What do I keep having? 1 point. Dang it.
It's morning by the time you guys
52
make
out
this.
of 55 made it.
You made it 1 point. Nissa?
You have to take 1 point.
Are you ready?
Sanity.
I would have made it if I had my
Yeah,
original.
just circle 54. 'cause that's
4
where
points
you're
of
at.
sanity loss for
You can get
poor
that.
North.
Sanity.
Kaitlyn, you failed yours, right?
Yeah.
2 points of sanity loss
Oh.
for you.
Whoops.
Sometimes you can get back sanity and you get back sanity.
There also appear to be several spells,
just
or at least what
remember
purports
what
to
you
be
had.
spells written in these books, but it'll probably take weeks in order to try to study and understand.
There's the spells written in English.
Yes.
So what is it? 5 or more points where you have to?
5 or more before you get temperance. And this took hours, so it's not like all at once.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of
Doesn't matter to
disturbing.
me. Oh wait, doesn't to me.
Um,
So,
Hold on one moment. The newest book.
No wonder he can go for on forever. He's been bored.
Let's see.
many years of practice.
So many years of practice.
And it's so strange.
Shoot,
he
Kyle, I
he's
forgot
just
something.
done
We're gonna
everything
retro
in the
something
book.
in. There are also several letters. Did you want to grab them too? In that same chest. That same chest also had several letters in it.
Yeah, and I would have put that on my persons.
Oh wait. No, sorry. Different chest. Different chest. Sorry. Sorry.
I missed the chest.
You did, but it was tucked away. The entries begin in Ireland. You guys can compare notes and find that the entries for all these journals begin in Ireland. Mackle was able to examine several esoteric books and scrolls from his grandfather, a sorcerer. The entries from 1600 are interesting, as it notes he attempted to connect to something called Candle Cove. He writes the experiment was a failure, as some stagehand destroyed all copies of the play, as well as both marionettes, and also helped disrupt the spell. But there's talk of his getting revenge upon, quote, Stubb. Mackle's entries run through 1700 as the man travels through the world, whereupon it notes that he's changed his name to Arthur Matchell. The more recent journals indicate Matchell's trying to purchase several books from the British in Newport. It's not damning evidence, but it could be used to against him. If you actually, this is probably the information enough against him if you take it back to Stone,
Right.
where he could have the man arrested. And then you guys all noticed, except for Kyle, who wasn't reading, he was basically drinking ale and probably fell asleep in his chair.
Nope.
No, just drinking ale and just hanging out bored.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. That though they're apparently allegedly by several different men, the Arthur Matchell persona lasted several generations, and the Arthur Matchell persona has lasted for 3. Are all by the same man. This guy is over 200 years old, apparently.
About that.
Neat.
Bastards.
And it's morning by the time you guys look through all these enough. You haven't actually read them in depth. You've skimmed them.
Oh wait, this went through all the night?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to bed.
Okay, so at some point he went to bed when he got bored. Didn't bother.
Okay, we still have the remains. We have talks of experiments. We have these books. I kind of want to go to Zuriel.
Zerstone, yeah, you could.
Yeah.
And
with
with
what we
goals
have.
to arrest him, yes?
Yep.
Yes.
You can get him on many accounts of weird heresy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Heresy, what's the one? Treachery or treason?
And
Yes.
possibly even
Sexual
murder.
deviance. We can't get him on that one too.
Well, it depends.
No, never
Did you
told me.
mention anything?
No, you
about
said
it?
No,
we
we
could hear
heard
it.
You guys heard someone having sex in the house.
No.
You don't know who.
We didn't know. We didn't count
You know
the
there's
people.
at least.
He's not married. Sexual deviance.
You at least. Well, you could try. Yes. You know there's at least 2
There's other people
servants.
there.
Can I brag that it was me? That I'm such a good thief that I actually had sex while I was doing that?
If you want, but
I try to
You
fast talk.
You
I work
went-
fast
stop
talk.
it. You went to bed while they're discussing this the next morning, and you guys are all up late. So I'm assuming you're gonna sleep over a little bit. You worked your ass off, Kyle,
I know.
and probably were freaking out most of the time.
Oh
There are numerous references to his medical notes. There's not a lot of detail on there's no details on forearmed people, people with heads in their chest, that kind of crap.
Can I make a logic?
A law?
Yeah. To
Yeah.
see how legal it was for us to obtain those records.
It doesn't
Well, it's-
matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter then.
And I didn't know. I don't know.
There's no
Not
statute.
then.
There's no Miranda rights. There's
No search warrants yet.
Right.
Only
Once they
there's
find
no
out he's a
evidence.
loyalist, they don't
exactly.
give a
Once he's
fuck.
found guilty,
Okay.
fuck how the evidence
Yeah.
was made. I
Right.
mean, these are people that just 50 years ago
How
were
was it
burning
found,
witches
Stone?
because they had
Great
marks on
detective
them.
work.
We could get him on count. What is the?
You could try for witchcraft from some of the
Witchcraft,
writings.
yeah.
And murder.
If he's 200 years old, he's obviously a witch.
And
So, yes.
murder.
So yeah, you could. Murder would be a little iffy just from these. If there's more
Witchcraft.
proof in the house, you could probably get him on murder.
Okay. Well, we can also
You can
be
always
like,
try.
yeah.
Did you tell us what was in the rooms and stuff? Like, the
No, he
jail-
basically
Like,
watched you guys
Very
work on the books till he got bored and then he went to bed.
I just wasn't sure.
Nobody was asking me.
No. You guys basically jumped into the books to try to figure out what's going on, which was smart. And
Yeah.
eventually got bored and went to bed. He comes down the next morning, y'all are still awake. Everybody's exhausted except for you. You've had a good night, decent night's sleep, not a great night's sleep.
I'm gonna
There you
ask you about if there was anything else you saw that was weird in the house.
Good question.
No.
You commit me a psychology check on
There's
that.
no
Are we all in the
reason
room when
to.
that happens?
Everybody's there. You can all make a psychology check.
Can I just take for the fact he went no? Like he drew out the end. I
20
feel
out
like
of
I should
45.
Did you make it? What?
20 out of 45.
Okay.
I even made it.
Wow.
Suck it.
I did not.
Everyone's like,
They
It is
know
not
that-
right
okay, you guys
to
know that
lie.
he is lying. Play it however you want. As far as you're concerned, there
Whatever.
obviously wasn't any. Somebody was having sex, but we don't talk about such
Does anyone want breakfast? And I walk away.
things. You go over.
I'm gonna put a nice hand on his shoulder, and be like, I
It
know
is a
you're
gentle.
lying at me.
It is a gentle.
Lying
hand.
at
It's not
me?
like that
To
grab
me?
that he's done
Yeah.
before. It's just one of these.
Like, I know you're lying to me.
What does it matter? Don't we have the evidence?
I want to know if there's anything else that we can use against him.
The more
We don't
evidence
have
we
it.
have, the more we can convict.
Yeah,
You can
but
go back in.
You can't use evidence that we don't have.
Yes, you can.
We can get more constables.
No one would believe a
Huh?
criminal.
You would believe a lawyer.
Or a constable.
Or a
soldier.
priest.
I was like,
Perhaps you all should have come inside with me.
Oh God, no.
Would you please?
Clomp, clomp, clomp.
That's totally what
Is this locked?
Yeah.
Would you please tell us if there was anything else weird in there?
Wow.
or what? Yeah. What are you?
I said please. I'm being very
I know,
nice
he's
right now.
really being nicer to you than he's been most of the time.
Like, you know it's wrapping up. I just
Wait. Don't tell other people how to play with it.
Well, no, I'm telling him in person. Like, you know this, and we're wrapping
Don't.
it up.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, if you're telling him in character,
I was
yeah,
telling him
yeah.
like
I'm sorry.
in person.
I'm
like,
sorry.
I was
I'm
saying,
sorry.
you
Go ahead.
know
Yeah.
we're wrapping this up. I just want to know.
Well, there were some weird things in the basement, but nothing too out of the ordinary, I don't guess.
Persuade?
Yeah, you-
Or not persuade.
No, you can make another psychology check.
What did you
Actually,
roll?
that information
I
that he
said
just
there
gave
were
you.
weird things in the basement.
That information he gave you was good because now you can tell the raiders when they hit the house to hit the
Okay.
basement first.
I don't know what
I mean,
the
that is
fuck was
good
in the
information.
basement. I just know there was weird things in
Okay.
the basement.
That is good information.
All right.
Say that though.
You can make a psychology to see if he's recording something.
I said there were weird things in the basement, but nothing too out of the ordinary.
No.
Most
Yeah,
of the
it sounds
basement was
legit.
normal.
All right.
You're guessing he went in the basement. You know he went on the second floor because I'm assuming you guys would have told each other that night while you were looking through the books what you saw too,
Yep.
like you know, tossing the books out the window, blah 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 blah. So you know essentially what
Okay.
happened that everybody knows.
I will let Zuriel know that you were a very great asset to this investigation. And then let's head on down to Providence and
Okay.
close this case.
And we're gonna say Richard's actually stayed up all night too and read through the books as well.
Okay, cool.
So he was also disturbed by what he saw. Blah, blah,
I
blah.
just tell them there's one room I didn't get to check.
Okay.
Would you be able to tell us which room so when we go in?
It's in the basement.
It's in the basement? Okay, cool, thanks.
Which
Okay.
basement?
The one with the light.
Thanks.
You could give them a.
We
You
all
want to
saw
give
the
them a.
light one.
Did you
No,
want
I
to?
didn't.
You want to give them a description basically where it is, like
Is
downstairs.
it the
go on
southeast
the right.
corner?
Boom.
West?
Yeah, he just tells you where
Right.
it is. Yeah, he can give you the information.
The one with the light.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought we all saw the one light
No.
in the basement.
No,
Wait, that was in the front of the
Yeah,
house.
no, that was in the front of the house.
Yeah.
So you were the only one who actually saw it.
What?
Okay.
You can make your character made that assumption, and then they pointed out that what are you talking about? And then so you said,
Oh,
where the
really?
steps? It's there on the right. You return to Providence without any issues.
I'm gonna go to my house first and get the remains.
Okay, yeah, you get the remains, and you bring all of the books and everything to Zuriel.
Is there ever a chance for me to escape?
No.
Escape. You don't need to escape. You're gonna be.
You don't need to escape.
Yeah,
You're
there
gonna
actually would be probably because you're trusting him now.
Yeah.
I mean, you let him run around. He could have just snuck out of the house and run
But
away.
the thing is,
I'm
if you
assuming yes,
escape,
you would have a chance to escape.
if you escape, I won't tell Zuriel.
Wait, no, he's not talking about this. Though.
I know. Okay. Well, fine.
So if you want to try to sneak away, you could, Kyle. It's up to you.
How honest did Stone seem that he would forgive me of all my things?
Make a psychology check.
Oh no.
He rolls a 0, 0.
20 out of 5.
20 out of 5. He seemed honest with you. It seemed like he just wanted this done, and then get out of the state. He doesn't give a shit about it.
I shall have my hand in my overcoat at all times.
Yeah, that's fine.
On
As long
my
as it's
gun.
You guys return to Zuriel. You hand over the books. He says it'll take him some time
Walk around like
to look
this.
through them. Yeah.
But it's like- it's like
just gotta-
this.
Yeah, okay. So, he says he'll need to look through the books to see if there's enough evidence here. Let's see what his old...
Did you guys like write down page numbers and stuff? And stuff?
I probably would have. Or
I'm assuming dog-eared and stuff of things that
If
were...
someone had told me to, I would've.
Especially that last book. Oh, wow. He made a sanity check.
Okay.
Okay, he's disturbed by the skeleton.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna tell him
he
that.
questions all of you at length.
Yeah.
And you show him mainly the places you've marked, especially the last books where he basically talks about sending one of his servants to talk to the British. This is how many Spanish dollars they want for these books that he has chosen. The books aren't named. Actually, only one of the books is named. It mentions esoteric books and the Knickerbocker's Tale, which might lead me back to Candle Cove or something like that. You don't know what that means exactly. And
Esoteric books in the Knickerbocker Tale?
the Knickerbocker's Tale. And Knickerbocker is not spelled with a K.
Oh, it's not?
No.
I thought that was a misspelling.
No, it's actually spelled Knickerbocker like nickel, Knickerbocker. He says this should be plenty. I'll rouse the troops immediately. We will get the rest of the some constables. Actually, we're going to mostly use Continental Army for this because and what you find out in the course of the conversation is actually Matchell's house is actually in Massachusetts. Across the river is actually Massachusetts. You're technically kind of out of your jurisdiction, but your paperwork would allow you, and it's pretty slack in this time period. He's going to get several troopers, and they're going to, Continental soldiers, they're going to head over there. He'll go. Any of y'all are welcome to go as well.
Would I be expected to go since I'm Continental?
It's going to be a volunteer kind of thing.
Okay.
And you can if you want. And any of y'all can go if you wish to deal with this.
Okay. I'm going
I
to.
probably would.
I'll probably
Yeah,
go.
because
Go.
Patriots.
Okay, go. Kyle,
What
you
do you
gonna
ask me?
go? Stone is gonna get
British
a dozen
brother.
from the militia and the first Rhode Island regiment soldiers, and anybody of this group who wants to go with are gonna go over and arrest Matchell.
Yes, I would like to
and
go.
basically, raid his house.
I want to tell Matchell that I snuck in his house. If I
Okay.
get a chance.
When you get there, the house is empty.
You could just be
The
like,
front doors
"By
are
the way,
wide open.
Fab.
There's nobody there. It looks like the house has been ransacked. Like people left in a very big hurry. Keep in mind this is almost 24 hours later by the time everything gets organized.
They found what the books were missing.
He probably did. It was a journal, and he did keep it pretty carefully, almost a daily kind of thing. So he probably went up to write that night or the next morning and found them missing.
Yep.
And decided the better part of valor was to flee. You find down in that room that you didn't check in the basement, there are looks like it's some kind of laboratory. There were chains on 3 padlocks and chains on the walls to hold someone in place. Or no, padlocks and walls. Blah, blah, blah. There are chains and padlocks on the doors outside. The heavy wooden table is stained with blood. In the middle of the room, there's a small writing desk. It looks like there might have been papers there once, but they're gone. Bloodstains are evident on the floor. Apparently, Matchell found that the diaries were missing and realized the jig was up and took off. His servants are gone as well. They do find some. No. Aside from the evidence that you guys got, everything else in the house is gone. The one thing you do find is a lot of the rooms there are pistols tucked away in drawers and hidden like all over the place. Pistols. They find a loose floorboard. There's several fowling pieces under there, rifles. And under the servants' room, the room you were hearing sex coming from. There's no need for a trial or anything because Matchell has escaped. But whatever he was up to with the British has obviously failed. He won't be able to contact the British without resources. And actually, a few days later is when the British make a push, and the Patriots are pushed off of Rhode Island, the island of Rhode Island down there. There's a very big battle. You're involved. Miss, I need you to make me a percentile roll. We're gonna see.
44.
Okay, good. You wanted to roll high. You're in the battle. You survive without any injuries.
Oh, wow.
There actually weren't a whole lot of injuries.
Okay.
Only like 3 men were killed on the American side from the 1st Regiment.
You were one.
No, he was. I was
That'd
going
be
to
so
say
funny.
3% chance. 0-2. It's a major battle. There's a lot of gunfire coming from ships onto troops on the ground, but actually the troops withdraw. The American troops withdraw in order, and there's very few losses. The British continue to hold Newport until, I believe, December of 1778, when they finally just go away. And couple questions. Who would write up this information for posterity, or which characters keep a journal?
I would probably keep one.
Okay, so
I like
Calhoun,
because I do paperwork.
would you write up this?
His
the
is a
things that
very
happen?
shorthand, like more like ideas because he's
Why
trying
don't
to
we just
figure
keep
out
this
this area
close to his
workings like
heart?
that.
This
Okay.
is like one adventure. And
Westmoore-
it's life.
Stone is good as word. He basically
Yeah.
takes you in his office, he pulls out the evidence, and he burns it in the fire. And he says, remember our agreement, you leave Rhode Island. You can go anywhere you want, I don't care. I don't know you, I've never heard of you.
Oh, great.
And then he opens up a drawer, and he pulls a rose out, and he hands it to you.
Ha ha!
And you're free to go. Bye.
I wanted to make a point of, like, before that happened, to have a personal talk, be like, yeah, he did good, and all this other stuff.
Yeah, you could have said,
Yeah.
yeah, Westmoore. You put a lot of trust into Westmoore, and he came through in the end. So
I shall go to Boone, North Carolina.
North
I hear his
Carolina.
story.
It's Fort Boone, or what the hell was it called back then? Okay.
There's
I was
probably
going
like
south.
4 farmhouses.
Okay, so what happens? We're gonna start to you. What happens to your character after all this ends?
Well, after the British go away, I'm pretty happy because, like, I feel like I at least honored my brother, and I'll probably go back to the farm, and I'll have to be
Go
a
back to your old
woman
life.
again.
Okay. So it turns out, we'll deal with that in a moment to see if anybody actually finds out who
Oh,
you
you
were.
were sneaky?
Yes, Kyle. What happens to Westmoore? He goes to Boone, North Carolina.
No,
or
he's just going south.
he's heading south for the
Charleston.
Carolinas, for the great frontier.
Yeah, just till he finds a town he likes.
Okay, another big town like Charleston, South Carolina, or
Yeah,
something.
it'd be great.
Okay.
I'm Robin as I go.
Okay. What happens to the minister over the next few
I
years?
continue following the Continental Army, keep helping the soldiers,
Okay.
spreading beliefs, trying to get Lutheranism a little bit more popular, and trying to set up a government that allows people to express their interests. Just kind of talking to them, being an advisor.
Are you a believer in separation of church and state? Rhode Island was huge for separation of church and state. They actually were some of the ones that founded it.
I'm from Baltimore, and
Oh,
when
yeah.
Mary would have taught, I don't know if they did, because that would have shaped
I
his
don't know.
ways.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, Luther
Well-
himself kind of wanted to.
Had them separated because he said, he also decided Red Run Stairs for what is Caesar's, so.
Okay. Are you actually involved in any of the battles? Are you like on the front lines?
I'm
It's your
not a
choice.
fighter. I
Okay.
am basically more support bringing them back.
Okay, so afterwards. Okay. Yeah. All right. So your character lives out a long life and keeps some notes on the terrible things that apparently Mackle, whatever the hell his name was.
If they match up with the religious studies, because I'm just writing of it.
What happens with
It
Mr.
kind
Moore?
of freaks him out that that guy got away and is still out there somewhere,
Yep.
continuing to live forever. But other than that, he just kind of continues with his loveless marriage and his appearances and makes a small fortune and dies.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough. Lives a normal life after this.
Yeah.
How about Officer Calhoun?
Well, it disturbs him that Mitchell was the one that got away. So, if he ever hears of anything about Mitchell or Mackle,
Okay.
and he kind of does like a little bit of investigating, like
Okay.
not like not as thorough, obviously, but like he still continues to do it, being a constable and fighting for justice.
Roll me percentile dice, Tab.
Like any names that sound kind of like yours. Yeah.
Any name with
Mitchell,
A&M?
Mac,
But anything that sounds like
Masters.
anything that sounds similar,
Just
AM
don't you have something, son? What'd you get?
30.
Roll again.
best man.
I'm just gonna.
61.
Okay, so how old is your character?
37.
And he lives to be a robust 61 years old. He's 37 in 1778. So he was born in 1741 and he lives to be 61. So 1802. He lives till 1802, which is a fairly long life for that age. Before he dies of old age.
We'll go with old age.
Um,
Or I could go out
heart
in a
attack,
fight.
stroke,
Specifics.
whatever.
I'm still working the good constable life.
1802, and you never ever find Matchell or Mackle or anybody like him. Now, last question. The books, the journals, who kept them?
I would
What was
keep
done
them.
with them? You're going to keep them.
I would keep them because
You can
religious
keep 'em.
studies, and I would continue writing about it anything
Yeah.
I come across.
You can keep them.
Because my it
Are
just
you going
filled-
to, would your character study them? There are
He would.
apparently spells within.
He would study them because, again, there's a slight interest in the occult, hence why he wants to separate church and state, because that would be heavily regulated.
So months and months of study. It would take you roughly 16 weeks, I think. Let me see if I can find my little write up here.
Sure, there
16 weeks to actually read and digest coherently everything that's in these books. You would get a +4 to Cthulhu Mythos. You can add that to your sheet. You get another +6% to occult. And allegedly, there are several spells. One which will bind an enemy so he cannot harm you. One which allegedly will call forth some place called Candle Cove and connect it to our world. One that will allow communication through candlelight. One that will allow him to put a victim into like a fugue state and enthrall him. One that makes it so bullets and blows will actually bounce off his bare flesh. One
I
that
think we never tangled with this guy.
one that allows, with a several day long feast of human bodies, to increase one's lifespan or make one younger.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
I read this and I'm like, holy crap.
These
Ah,
guys like
connection.
sexual feast or
Another one,
similar?
no, it's
Eating the
it's like
bodies.
literally cannibalism. Another one that allows him
Never
to just
know.
with words and magic drain life from other people and give it to himself, extending his life, making him younger. One that can cause a person's heart to stop with a single word, and one that will cause a person to be racked with terrible, terrible pain, bleed from the eyes, destroy, damage the skin, horrible, horrible things. Allegedly.
I never kissed them out because I'm like, Jesus.
So, and your character is your character can try to learn these, and this is a one shot, so these characters are kind of going on a back burner. If we ever come to this era, if you guys ever want to play in this era again, you can bring them back. But these books are full of some kind of magical spells, allegedly. It's up to you if you want your character to pursue trying to learn how to cast them or anything like that.
He may or may not, but he would not do it on humans.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. So
He would use the nicer ones first and kind of
the nicer ones. There aren't any nice ones.
communication through candlelight.
It's you could. Would your character try it at some point?
Which he would try the easier ones, like put a candle in someone's room and just kind of
Yeah.
whisper to them and see if they wake up and say they complain about something.
It actually requires two people to both cast the spell at the
Oh,
same
it does.
time. So you would have to have somebody who's
What about college
working-
buddies?
You can say you do that.
What?
So we'll do this real quick. This is probably like a year or so later when you do it. It costs you a sanity point when you cast the spell. It does work. You're in separate rooms and you can actually communicate and talk to each other. Allegedly, you can talk over hundreds of miles depending upon how much magic you spend.
Do not do this. Use this book ever, bro.
And it would cost you 5 magic points. Magic points come back over a 24-hour period, blah, blah, blah. So we'll say 2 or 3 years later you try this out. It works after you've studied it. It's
Never use any.
devil's work. Yeah,
Devil's
exactly.
work. Jeez, no.
You can donate them to the historical society or something.
I'll keep the books. This should not go in anyone's hands.
Okay, so you're gonna lock the books away.
Safekeeping.
You lock the books away to never be seen by any man. And yeah. Comments, questions, suggestions. What do you guys think?
I have 2 kids, 1 boy and 1 girl, and I teach them how to shoot real good.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yay.
Real good.
Real good.
Real good.
Oh, and that's what I wanted to figure out.
Never married.
Are you staying in Providence?
I'm following the Customs Army, and then I'll probably either settle in Pennsylvania or.
Okay, so you move away after a year or 2. Or how long?
One of the Army settles down when we win.
1783. So after that time, so luck check, luck check, luck check. You're gone. You leave. You were good to your word and left Rhode Island. You never hear from Zuriel Stone again. You're very happy with that. I'm sure he is too.
I still do the whole rose thing though.
Oh yeah.
Any place I rock.
9, 34.
9 sounds like a success. Is that a successful luck check?
Out of 55, yes.
Yes. Luck check.
Yeah.
All 3 of you at some point over the next several years, for you it's still 1783, for the rest of you, you settle down in Providence and you're living there the rest of your life. You settle down in Providence and you're living there the rest of your life. There is a young woman named
Lydia North.
Lydia North, who bears an amazingly strong resemblance to a young man you once knew named Emory? Emory North, who is, make me a luck check.
Aw.
Yeah, we're gonna see something.
Ah!
Good morning, woman.
I know. Yeah. Is this right?
I've got the dropsies.
76.
So you failed. Marries into a average family, has children, who bears a striking resemblance to an Emory North that you knew when you went through this whole
Oh shit, you were really
ordeal.
winding it up.
Yes, she was a woman playing a man the whole time.
I wanted to avenge
She
my
made
brother.
it pretty obvious, actually.
Yeah.
Because she kept clearing her throat and deepening her voice and blah blah blah. And I think
And I kept checking out the rich guy.
yes, and I think you were depending upon people thinking you were out of character or just forgetting that
I
you
wasn't
were.
trying to do that.
Okay.
No, the preacher
That's what I think
goes-
people were thinking though.
My
that you were
lawyer,
just
my lawyer
screwing up.
doesn't.
I never thought she was a woman at once.
Mine doesn't care. Mine just goes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I kind of,
That's
I
not
just,
this.
like, do I ever run into her?
yeah, you can. You live in the Providence area, right? Did you
I
still
don't-
stay in there?
I don't. No, I had to go back home. Like I
Which
went back
was in,
home.
I thought that was in Providence.
I didn't know where it was, honestly.
I assumed it was in the
Because I just went
Providence area.
to the biggest Providence. I guess, yeah. It would have been
So
nearby.
yeah, and you would probably have stayed. People didn't travel a lot unless they were criminals back then. So anyway, comments, questions, suggestions.
I don't know if I would recognize, like, I would probably recognize-ish.
You made the luck check.
And I-
Coffee.
So I would
Hey,
So you what? I'm listening.
I don't need this.
go up to her, be like,
Listen to this.
it's nice working with you.
As a woman,
Yeah,
with my children.
yeah.
Probably.
It was
And then
nice working
probably-
with
Like,
you.
what the heck?
And then what?
To a constable.
Okay.
Oh,
I know what you're doing.
Like, I wouldn't care, because, I mean, woman or man, as long as she works for justice, I'm okay.
So comments, questions, suggestions. You guys.
I really liked it.
There wasn't any combat.
There
Yeah,
was
it
no
was
combat.
actually
And I had
pretty
some
like low
really,
key. I was
really
like,
good fire.
Pretty good. I
The
like
only
it.
combat
I
we
just
ever did was with
fidget,
Kyle.
You what?
I just fidget. Don't worry about that.
No, that's okay.
it's like a really in-depth talk game. So it's good for people who like to discuss a lot of things, but it's not good for people who like to roleplay just to fight things.
I
Yes.
like art playing
Good.
a lot.
Good.
There's a lot more RP in Call of Cthulhu. You guys didn't confront Matchel.
No, which is just
If you
we
guys
would've
had, if the
died.
next morning you had just gone back to the house to try to capture himself, then yes, there would have been combat. But you guys decided to go get Zuriel Stone, so yeah, you had backup, so there was no need for
We
a
would
fight.
have died based on this.
Yeah, those
not
spells,
necessarily, not
like,
necessarily.
What happened
it would
to
depend.
spells?
he
What
did.
happened to, we don't know, because we might run an Elizabethan game again.
Ah.
So it doesn't say.
Wait, it's
And
like
you ended up with all the books
Yeah,
anyway.
but now my
so.
fate is
Is
sealed.
Natural, like,
predestination.
a reoccurring character in your weird Cthulhu one shots.
He
He
has
just like
been
comes
in,
back.
Yeah, he has been. He was Archer Mackle in Elizabethan, and Matchel's connected with this, and we'll be playing Providence 1926 next time we play
So
Call
you
of Cthulhu.
keep it all. You keep it all the entire world together. Cthulhu?
Everything I run
if-
for a Cthulhu game happens in the same world.
That's pretty
What
cool.
if the North kids are descendants of Stubbs and the prostitute?
Wait,
Okay.
My prostitute?
No, no, no.
Okay, I was just
No,
No, Stubbs got a
her
lady.
character in the Elizabethan game needed to have some sex before he thought he was going to die, so he paid for it.
It was a good. It was
And
a.
then-
It was
and
a quality.
And then Nissa backpedaled a little bit when I was like, "You're only paying. How much are you paying? Let's check for syphilis." And she was like, "Wait, I'm gonna pay more."
Well, I didn't know. I don't know the price.
I would have paid more.
These
for
are really
good
good
one.
ones. Because I mean, I thought it was gonna be my
This
last
is
thing I
Aaron.
ever did.
Aaron Scott
wanted it
did
to be
that
good
one.
and
Matt
full of
Baker Donald
teeth.
ended up in an insane asylum, unfortunately. And Angus Silversmith decided to give the monsters the benefit of the doubt and go with them. He's insane now, very much so.
Those
And these
two
are dogs
dogs-
playing Cthulhu.
That's really cute.
I love it. That's why I got it. So,
Are these yours?
I'm probably going to turn you on Facebook.
Okay, that's fine.
And I will probably add you to the tabletop group, if that's okay with you.
That's totally fine with me.
And so you'll get invitations to games.
What all do
If-
you do? You like write it all up in a journal. You post the videos.
Turn
You're
this
recording.